Do you want to get recruited? If so, this video is for you. Uh, I was doing some searching for a company that we've been retained by to find a sales professional this morning, and I came across some really good looking candidate profiles and some not so good looking candidate profiles. And it occurred to me that many of you out there probably don't know what the recruiting process looks like from our end. One of our bread and butter tools that we use is LinkedIn Recruiter, which is a powerful search tool that basically allows us to see all the profiles on LinkedIn and gives us a ton of different filtering tools to build a talent pool of candidates. And the results that they give us are similar to, say, the results that you'd see on a Google search page. It doesn't give you, actual LinkedIn profiles. It just gives you snippets of them. And so I'm going to call out what we do see, and actually you can see it on the screen behind, and talk about some best practices there. I'm also going to preface this by saying that the opinions expressed here are colored by my experience as a recruiter doing the kinds of recruiting that I do. Here at Solution Harbor, we serve manufacturers, especially food and beverage and CPG folks, focused on roles like operations, HR, finance, accounting, high management, up through C-suite. And so the kinds of candidates that we look for might be different from, say, who you are. And certainly our process might be a little bit different from, say, a contract recruiter for Facebook looking for IT people or coders or something like that. The other thing I'm going to preface it with is that what you choose to do depends on your goals. If you take a look here at my profile and at my headline, I basically treat my whole profile as like a B2B landing page. And my goal with my profile is to bring in more clients for Solution Harbor. If you're trying to become an employee at a company, it's going to look a lot different. And I'm going to give some tips for trying to become an employee at another company and how you can stand out with recruiters. So we're going to get right down to it. I took a screen cap of results from LinkedIn Recruiter. I chose to do that rather than having LinkedIn Recruiter up because I don't want to use random folks in this video. So you can see my business partner, Amanda Scott, and you can see my profile down here. So we're just going to go right through what we see in the search results when we're building a talent pool and choosing who we want to contact and who we're going to pass over. So starting with the photo. Nothing groundbreaking here, folks. Just a nice professional looking head and shoulders shot. Sometimes we see some variations on that. What I don't like seeing is that super hard, stern look, especially with the guys. That look that worked really well for your high school basketball team where you guys are all looking super hard and like competitive. Not good, I don't think. It doesn't show that necessarily you're approachable, that you're going to be a welcome member of a team, and so on. So, go from neutral to smiling, bring the vibes. Next, the name. So obviously put your name down, but you can also add on initials for different credentials or degrees you hold. We see a lot of things like Joe Simon, MBA, or Tina Turner, PhD, or whatever. I think that's cool. I think it calls out what you've worked hard to accomplish. Next, we have the headline right here. On Amanda's example, it says guiding manufacturing, CPG, food and beverage. Again, that's the kind of B2B landing page approach. For you as a candidate, here's what I see a lot, which I don't think is helpful. People will put just their job title and the company they work for. And we're going to see that down here in the experience section. So don't waste that headline space. Do something different. Rather than say put director of HR at Samsung, put strategic advisor of human capital to executives or something like that. Really bring your value proposition. Use that to do something different, something that helps you stand out. Next, getting into the experience. There's not a whole lot of editing you can do here because as you can see, it just goes off a standard format. It says what your job title is, the company that you worked at, and the years that you worked there. Now, I'm sure you know this, but as recruiters, we talk about people with a jumpy work history. Generally speaking, that's not too attractive. So as a macro or long-term play, try not to jump jobs too much because it's not attractive to future employers. One other thing I'll add here, though, is that people oftentimes, or I'll see this sometimes, put in side hustles, side ventures, things like that, and I'm kind of on the fence about it. If it's an entrepreneurial side hustle and I see that, it makes me wonder, is this person fully committed to their current or future employers, or are they trying to cook up something else? And if you are, that could be attractive to, say, some startups and things like that. Generally speaking, though, it raises some red flags for me on my end when I'm trying to source candidates for my clients. And sometimes people put on other stuff like they're on a board of directors, for education or arts or something like that. I could go either way. Generally speaking, if I have to dig through and try to decipher, you're maybe more likely to go in the passed over pile versus the contact later pile. Next, we get into education. List the places that you've gone to school at. If you're worried about age discrimination, don't put in the dates. Next, we have spotlights. Spotlights will call out things like common connections. It also puts in open to work. You've probably seen that green profile photo frame. There's a way that you can put open to work that is not public facing and is only seen by recruiters. And you can look up videos on how to do that. But if you want to show recruiters that you're open to work without showing your bosses and coworkers, that's the way to do it, that discrete filter. So that's about it. So just going back to the main idea that these things I just called out are the most important, because when we're doing a search, I mean, the sales search I was doing today, I had a talent pool of 700 people, and I'm quickly trying to include or exclude, and I'm doing it based off of what I see here. If I include, I will probably at some point go further, click on this, and then it's going to bring up a version of what you see as you're looking at other people's LinkedIn profiles or your own. But the make or break moment is right here at these different things I called out. So do your best to tailor make that and to meet your goals. Just a final thought, the analogy that I like to describe an ideal candidate is like a rocket ship, going in powerfully in one direction. Not all searches that we do are looking for that kind of candidate, but someone who has a proven history within a certain industry, within a certain job function, are oftentimes the most recruitable, although sometimes we get oddball project management jobs where, pulling from a bunch of different industries where job functions can work well too. It just all depends. Be true to yourself, have dreams, and craft your LinkedIn profile around them. That's it for now. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.